following is a 45 TV sports presentation. TV.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
A minute to win. Taking his right over his goal. Breakthrough the night. A minute to win. Gonna step to the edge. Can't wait for tomorrow. Scores. Now like revenge. A minute to win. Scores. Can't wait for tomorrow. Breakthrough the night. Here's his wrist shot loose. He doesn't see it. They score. No goal. Right now, shot score from the point. Now Hermantown can celebrate. Shot scores. The Halloween machine is back on top. It is the calm before the skate. Lakeville North knows that they are underdogs. Big underdogs today against Edina, but they are young, playing their best hockey at the right time. Can they pull off a monumental upset? The Edina Hornets are back in the state tournament after a 2-year hiatus. They are hungry, loaded with talent, and 3 wins away from their 13th state title. The crowd is coming in the state of hockey to see a huge day of hockey in the 74th annual Minnesota Boys State Hockey Tournament. Here's the AA bracket. The top 4 seeds are the top 4 ranked teams in the state tournament. It's going to be a great day. Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Schmidt, and welcome to the XL Energy Center, joined by the hockey professor, Mike McGraw, and the coach, Dave Palmquist. And, Mike, let's start off with Lakeville North. Every dog has its day. They'll need their day today against Edina.
That they will, Joe. And they're a well-coached team. They had a good start. They showed themselves that they could play against the big teams early in the year. They went into kind of a lull, came out of it toward the end of the year. I look for this team to give Edina all they can handle. Lots of pressure is going to come from Lakeville North today, Joe.
Edina's highly motivated.
They are, especially being gone from the tournament these last 2 years. To say that this Edina team is loaded would be an understatement. They are loaded for bear. They're excited to win. Kurt Giles says this may be his best team in 10 years, and that says a lot considering they've won 3 state titles these past 10 years.
You know, if Lakeville North can score early, Mike, it changes the complexion quickly.
Well, it does. Anybody that gets scored on, if you're the favorite, you start to squeeze your sticks a little bit. Coach Eitinger knows that they need to have a very good start. They need to be able to survive the first 7 to 10 minutes of the first period without dropping behind. As long as it stays 0-0 or 1-1, the longer it stays that way, the more it favors Lakeville North.
You know, Edina got the number 2 seed. Do you think that bothers them a little bit? Because a lot of people think they're the best team in the state.
I'm sure they're feeling that way, but to the contrary to what Lakeville North is feeling, they want to keep it close early. Lakeville, Edina, Kurt Giles is telling his team, put the pedal to the metal, fast start. That first shift sets the tone. If they can do that, this high-scoring offense is going to have a great day.
The XL Energy Center's already buzzing. This is going to be a big day of hockey here on 45 TV. The first of 4 quarterfinal games in the AA state tournament. We started off with Edina against Lakeville North. Stay with us here on 45 TV, your home of high school hockey. We've got 4 games today, starting off with Lakeville North against Edina here at the XL Energy Center, and this place is going to be jam-packed in a very short period of time. Edina got here with a very easy win in their sectional final, Dave.
Well, they've been a high-scoring offense all year. They started scoring back in November. It continues here in March here. Ben Brinkman, the high-scoring defenseman, with that big goal here. And then you just see the great chemistry here between Sammy Walker and Jet Jungles. Great conversion here. Edina cruises to beat Weiss at an 8-1 in that section final.
Lakeville North is here. They tied Minnetonka earlier in the season, and they beat Lakeville South for the section title.
That they did, and they're a good team. I mean, it's an uphill battle for them today, to be very honest, but they understand that. The kids are willing to play that way. These are the guys that are very important to them. Snyder, Griffin, Brandt. Brandt has to have a big, big game for Lakeville North to be successful today, Joe.
It's the best reality show on TV. Real emotion, real effort, real drama, and a really good show. Sit back and enjoy. We're back to start it right after this.
These teams played in the finals in 2015. This time around, Edina back as the #2 seed, facing the unseeded Lakeville North Panthers. Lou, you're back again. Another tournament. How many is it now for you?
Well, I started 54 years ago. Missed 2 or 3 in there, but it's been a long time.
What do you think of this year's field here in AA?
I think it could be the makings of a tremendous tournament if all the favorite teams win, because they are so close, they're so tight, they're so very well balanced that you would expect you could see upsets in these tournaments like you always could, but if you didn't and you got down to tomorrow night with the 4 winners being the favorite teams, it could be the best Friday we've had in years.
Yeah, you look at the top 4 seeds, they all have only 2 losses.
It's amazing the kind of year that those 4 teams have had. And you know, along the way, you've got to always expect that it could be an upset. You could have Lakeville North all of a sudden, they come up with some kind of game, the goalie's hot, and who knows, and then Edina's out of it, or subsequently in the next game, you know, the same thing happening with St. Michael, Albertville. But you look at the key players here, Brinkman and Daly, both defensemen. Brinkman's going to probably be a first-round pick next year when he's eligible. Daly's going to Bowling Green. He's going to have to really be effective today. He's going to see a lot of people around the net. He's going to have to clear the net. He's going to have to move the puck. Brinkman's always dangerous with the puck. He can shoot. He can score. He carries, and he's very physical. Reminds you a lot of Ryan McDonough when he played here with Creighton.
Goaltending also will be a key, as it always is in these big games.
Well, any big game, goaltending is the key. If you had to pick one person that's going to be the most important guy for Lakeville North today, it's going to be their goaltender, because Edina, they're scoring, they have 3 goals a game more than Lakeville. And so you know that he's going to see a lot of pucks. He's going to have to be real good. And Edina's goaltender, when he does get tested, he's going to have to come up with a save, because once you give up a goal, you need 2 to win it. So you got to be sharp.
6.5 goals a game here by this Edina Hornet team with 6 Division I commitments for this club entering this quarterfinal game for Class AA, the first of 4. Let's go down to our PA announcer, meet the players. Here's Dave Wright.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Xcel Energy Center and the 74th Annual State Boys High School Hockey Tournament. Today's game is a Class 2A quarterfinal between the champions of Section 1 with a record of 16-10-2, the Lakeville North Panthers, and the champions of Section 6 with a record of 26-2, the Edina Hornets. Now let's meet the entire rosters from both teams. First, let's meet Lakeville North. Senior defenseman number 3, Matthew Preston. Sophomore forward number 4, Keaton Krantz. Freshman defenseman number 5, Ben Munson. Senior forward number 7, Blake Brandt. Senior defenseman number 8, Michael Buckingham. Sophomore forward number 9, Mitchell Kohler. Sophomore forward number 10, A.J. Anello. Junior defenseman number 11, Ryan Antonakis. Sophomore forward number 12, Tommy Shandorf. Junior forward number 14, Spencer Schneider. Senior defenseman number 16, Garrett Daly. Senior defenseman number 17, Cole Pearson. Sophomore forward number 18, Sam Ennerbach. Junior forward number 19, Jeremy Santiago. Senior forward number 20, Carson Sandwick. Senior forward number 21, Gus Brown. Junior defenseman number 23, Johnny Dupas. Junior forward number 25, Shane Griffin. Sophomore goaltender number 29, Caleb Mayer. And junior goaltender number 31, Will Johnson. The assistant coaches are Jake Taylor and Jake Ennebeck. Head coach Trent Eigner, the Lakeville North Panthers. Now let's meet Edina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we ask you all please stand, remove your hats, and face the flag. Join the Edina Band under the direction of Andy Richter as they lead us in our national anthem.
Panthers and Hornets coming up, but first, of course, it's a tradition. We hear from Torrey Holt.
Well, what an honor to be here at another state high school hockey tournament and getting right into this game and looking at the Lakeville North head coach right here, Trent Eigner. He told me that choosing coaching and mentoring kids changed his life 7 years ago as he was suffering from depression, was 40 pounds overweight, and he didn't believe he could mentor kids and hold them accountable if he didn't live it out himself. He made an effort to concentrate on faith and physically. He set a remarkable goal of 1 million push-ups, 700 a day for 4 years. It changed his life, and coaching kids gave him as much or more as they've given back to him. And of course, Jim and Louie sent some pretty good ones on to high-level hockey.
That's true, and that's a lot of push-ups, I got to tell you.
I haven't done that many. Goodness. I could live 15 lifetimes and not do that many push-ups or sit-ups or anything. Let's talk about those goaltenders here. We already kind of touched on how important they're going to be. Today's starting goalies brought to you by Holiday Station Stores, a Minnesota family-owned company.
Well, you're looking at Will Johnson, who looks to see a lot of rubber today. He's got an 895 save average, and he's going to have to get that over 9 today because he's going to. I think he'll get a lot of shots. You look at Edina's goaltender.
Forced to send it back behind the net, and Lakeville North will find it and clear it the length.
Well, that's good clear there. Good defensive play was the main thing. Taking Walker out, not really giving him anything. It looked like he was more dangerous than he was there by the net.
Power play shots on goal here in this game 3. Gumanzi tried to dance around a defender. Ends up back with it in the corner. Gets some help from Chorsky. Again, a JV player call-up. Just 1 assist varsity-wise. Now he's here in the state tournament. Tap pass by Gumanzi. Up high, Brinkman shot. Score!
Oh. What a play by Brinkman. I mean, that, that
2015.
Was. And just look at what they've done since.
Yes.
Good hockey players there, boy.
Panthers in. Griffin shot. Scores! Griffin gets Lakeville North on the board. It's 4-1.
And a great quick snapshot from Griffin. Goes in the upper corner, and that's what they got to do is shoot the puck. And he shoots the puck there. Made no mistake about it, getting his 20th of the year. Shane Griffin offed on an angle a bit, seemingly on an outside angle being played by the defenseman. But watch him outside here, top of the circle, right to the circle, short side, beat him.
Little shimmy there on that little move. Got him some space.
But that shot was in the upper, right under the crossbar. It's a heck of a shot by him. I mean, that's a goal scorer's score right there.
Look at the angle of that shot. If that misses the net, that goes into the other net, the netting.
Yeah, you're right.
It was that angle, that launch there in Arizona, and they're going to convert that into a nice little 5,000-seat hockey arena. Let's talk about today's save of the game. And brought to you by Catholic United.
And Mayer, you see him right here. It looks like he's being, almost tied up, yet he gets his shoulder into that shot and blocks that perfect one from Chorsky, because it looked for a long while. Chorsky had a wide open net, and he came through. Mayer comes across that pad. And boy, he was very, very good in that shot.
Catholic United life insurance, annuities, and retirement products. Right back at it is Edina.
I'm glad to hear that Arizona's getting that ring. That'll be good. I would not be surprised if they ended up in the WCHA.
Yep, they have been courted by leagues. They have been courting leagues. What a recruiting advantage. The weather down in Arizona. If you like to golf and play hockey.
Yeah.
That's huge for them down there, and good for college hockey. They're spreading out that footprint, and that'll be the end of the second period. And do we say Edina's putting on a clinic right now? They're playing well. They're playing with confidence, and they have pretty much accomplished everything they wanted to do here as the number 2 seed.
Well, I guess you'd have to say Edina's displaying the skill that they really have, and it's tough to deny that they are that skilled. And Lakeville North, they're fighting hard, playing hard, but there have been just too many point-blank opportunities for the Edina forwards to miss, and that's why the score is what it is.
Torrey.
Well, you've been on both sides of this here at the state tournament. What are you going to look for from your kids coming out here in this third period?
How about anything? Yeah, it is. There's nowhere to hide for these kids today. That's a good hockey team we're playing. And obviously, if you show some weakness, they're going to expose it.
What have you seen from this on a positive side, or what are you going to look for from a positive side going into this third period?
We'll have 14 of these kids coming back next year, and if they're drawing something from this, that's awesome. It's a tough game to play in. Like I said, they exploit every weakness you got, and they're a good hockey team. But we got some kids out here getting some experience, and hopefully they'll have a positive takeaway from it.
Coach, I always appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping.
You bet.
All right, there's Trent Eigner.
Trent Eigner, head coach of the Lakeville North Panthers. He went to Miami of Ohio, and his brother's an assistant at Bowling Green. He's got some players going to Bowling Green, and his team, great season for them getting to state, but they are right now up against a juggernaut.
But he has got 14 guys coming back, so it's a good experience for him, and they're going to be tough again next year. They're facing, Kurt said, it could be his best team in 10 years, so you can't just say that they're getting beat by a team that's not that talented. This team is very, very gifted, and they're showing it here today, so it's something that's fun to watch if you're Edina, but it's not fun to watch if you're a fan of Lakeville North. But you have to really put it in perspective and know that you're going to have the opportunity to be back next year with a lot of good young hockey players out there that have shown that they belong here in this tournament in a year. And I don't think that they're going to get tired. That's a fact. He just wants to give more experience and let his big guns, have a rest and let the other kids that are, he's got both those third and fourth lines coming back. So you give them some ice time so they get accustomed to being here and also, make them feel good about their contributions to the team.
Get a chance to play in front of a big crowd.
Play in a power play, something you don't see a lot of,
Matthew Preston. Lakeville North can clear. Shoemaker knocked down, and the Panthers tip it out to neutral. 20 seconds remaining here in this game. And a puck that trickles in on Mayer. He'll cover. And the clock is going to pretty much run out here before we drop the puck. That's going to be the end of this game. Number 2 seeded Edina picking up their 27th win. The Hornets got those goals in the first period. They got off to a relatively early start, and then they dominated right in through that second period.
Well, I think Edina showed where they are strong, and that's in basically every facet of the game. Power play, shorthanded, they scored. Full strength, they dominated the play. They kept control of the puck. They had tic-tac-toe plays to score. And the underlying factor that we have to realize is what makes them as good as they are, they're so darn quick. But going forward in the tournament, you're going to see other quick teams. Minnetonka's a quick team. St. Thomas, Duluth, these guys are good skating teams. They're going to see more speed against them, and they're going to have to be as effective and efficient as they were today moving the puck that they want to continue to move on. But a great story on Trent Eigner before that Torrey had about how he wanted to commit himself to getting in better shape so he could be able to affect his players and tell them, I'm able to do it, you're able to do it. The guy's done a fantastic job there, and don't be surprised if he's back here next year with that team. 14 guys returning. That's very impressive. It's a young team. It's a good young team. And he's got key players in the right spots. He's going to miss a couple of nice defensemen there, but they got kids coming up, but he does have a lot of guys returning. So a good experience for them. A good game for Edina to feel good about themselves to move on. But the one thing you got to guard against if you're Edina, don't think every next game is going to be as easy as it was today. And don't get caught up in how good you were today, because every game's a new game. And they've had occasions where they looked like world beaters and they went down. Minnetonka's beat them twice this year. So you got to remember, you play the game that's in front of you.
All right, let's go down to the Edina bench. It's